Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Let me begin by saying this. Every day is a new opportunity, a chance to take control of your health, your energy, and your life. Whether you're 60, 70, or even 90, your body listens to how you treat it, especially in the morning. Breakfast isn't just the first meal of the day. It's the foundation of your energy, mood, and metabolism. And for seniors, the right breakfast can mean the difference between a day full of vitality or one clouded with fatigue, high blood sugar, or heart strain. But here's the reality: many common breakfast choices, those that seem convenient or even healthy, can silently sabotage your health. Today, we're talking about the 6 worst breakfast foods that everyone over 60 should avoid if you want to protect your blood sugar, your heart, and your energy levels. Breakfast is not just a meal, it's your daily launchpad. For anyone over 60, the way you start your day has a deeper impact than ever before. Your body doesn't process nutrients the same way it did when you were 30 or 40. Your metabolism slows down, insulin sensitivity changes, and energy levels fluctuate more easily. That's why what you eat in the morning either helps your body rise with strength, clarity, and calm, or leaves you struggling with fatigue, brain fog, and blood sugar swings. Each morning, your body is in a fasted state. You haven't eaten in 8 to 12 hours, which means your blood sugar is more sensitive, your digestion is more alert, and your hormonal balance is setting the tone for the rest of the day. This is not a time to throw in quick fixes or sugary shortcuts. It's the golden moment to feed your system with something stable, nourishing, and supportive. Your breakfast shapes your entire rhythm. When you choose a hype, protein, fiber-rich, nutrient-dense breakfast, you're telling your body, "Today, I've got you." You stabilize your blood sugar. You reduce inflammation. You avoid that dreaded crash at 10 a.m. or the sleepy dip after lunch. You even help regulate hormones that control hunger, memory, and mood. This means more energy, fewer cravings, and sharper thinking. When you're over 60, you don't just eat for the day, you eat for your next 10 years. Each meal is a vote for the future you want: stronger bones, a healthier heart, balanced blood sugar, and a clearer mind. Breakfast becomes a form of self-respect. It's not just about fueling your body, it's about honoring it. Now, think about those breakfast foods we grew up with: boxed cereals, white toast, muffins, toaster waffles. They were quick, easy, and they seemed harmless. But what most people don't realize is how these refined carbohydrates and sugars wreak havoc on your system, especially as you age. Refined carbs and sugars are like a match to dry wood. They burn fast and leave you drained. When you eat sugary cereals or white bread, your blood sugar spikes quickly. You might feel a jolt of energy, but it's artificial and short-lived. Soon after, your blood sugar crashes, and when it drops, you don't just feel tired. You feel irritable, unfocused, even anxious. This roller coaster of high and low blood sugar is especially dangerous for older adults. It puts stress on the pancreas to keep producing insulin, which over time can lead to insulin resistance and type 2 diabetes. It also increases inflammation, which damages blood vessels and raises the risk of heart disease. For seniors who may already be managing blood pressure, cholesterol, or early signs of metabolic issues, this is like adding gasoline to a slow, burning fire. And yet, this problem is solvable. It starts by being conscious of what's on your plate in the morning. Swapping out refined, sugary foods for whole grains, healthy fats, and lean proteins isn't a diet. It's a decision to live stronger, feel better, and take control. When you ditch refined carbs and sugar-laden choices, You allow your body to run on clean fuel. You support stable energy throughout the day. You make your heart's job easier, your blood sugar steadier, and your brain more alert. You start the day with strength, and that strength carries you through everything else. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to be mindful, and every mindful morning is a win for your energy, your health, and your future. Many foods labeled as healthy are anything but. This is one of the biggest traps that people over 60 fall into, not because they're careless, but because they trust the packaging, the ads, the familiar brands. Yogurt with fruit on the bottom, loaf. At Muffins, granola bars, even certain cereals marketed as whole grain or heart healthy. These seem like responsible choices, but look closer and you'll often find they're loaded with added sugars, artificial flavorings, and chemicals your body doesn't need, especially as you age. This matters more now than ever before. When you're in your 60s and beyond, your body is more sensitive to sugar spikes and inflammation. The natural aging process slows your metabolism and increases your risk of chronic diseases like heart disease, type 2 diabetes, and cognitive decline. Every extra teaspoon of sugar makes your pancreas work harder, your blood vessels strain more, and your cells age faster. When you eat a light yogurt that contains more sugar than a scoop of ice cream, or a breakfast bar that's just a candy bar in disguise, you're not doing your body any favors. You're fueling the very things you want to protect yourself from. It's not your fault. The food industry has spent decades perfecting the art of deception. They use words like light, natural, and low-fat to make you believe something is good for you. But those same products are often stripped of nutrients and packed with sugar or sodium to make them taste better. So, you think you're doing the right thing, but your energy crashes an hour later, your blood sugar spikes, and you're left wondering why you still feel so sluggish, even though you've eaten healthy. That's why knowledge is power. Once you understand how these hidden sugars and refined ingredients affect your body, you can make better choices that actually support your well-being. Reading labels, paying attention to ingredients, and choosing whole, unprocessed foods over boxed or bottled promises. It's all part of honoring your body. It's how you move from just surviving to truly thriving. And here's the truth that rarely gets told. Your body still wants to be strong. Your body still wants to heal. You just have to give it the chance. When you stop feeding it fake health foods and start giving it real, whole nutrition, you feel the difference in your clarity, your energy, and even your mood. That leads us to something most people overlook: the importance of fiber, protein, and healthy fats in your morning meal. These nutrients are your allies. They digest slowly, they stabilize your blood sugar, and they keep you feeling full and focused for hours. Unlike sugar and refined carbs, which give you a quick high followed by a hard crash, these real nutrients support sustained energy and long-term health. As we age, our body's ability to manage blood sugar becomes less efficient. We become more prone to insulin resistance, which is a major risk factor for diabetes and heart disease. That's why starting your day with protein, like eggs, Greek yogurt, or even a scoop of plant-based protein in a smoothie, can be a game changer. Protein not only fuels your muscles and keeps you strong, it also slows the release of sugar into your bloodstream, keeping your energy stable and your appetite balanced. Fiber is another unsung hero. Found in foods like oats, chia seeds, nuts, and fruits, Fiber helps regulate digestion, supports heart health, and lowers cholesterol. It's not flashy, it's not trendy, but it works. Pair that with healthy fats, like avocado, olive oil, or a handful of almonds, and you've got a powerful trio that protects your body from within. You don't need fancy diets or complicated rules. You just need to go back to basics. Whole foods, real ingredients, balanced nutrition. When you build your breakfast around these, you're not just feeding your body, you're fueling your future with strength, clarity, and purpose. That's how you rise every morning with confidence. That's how you age with power. Changing your breakfast habits isn't about giving things up. It's about making powerful, life-giving swaps. When you remove foods that drain your energy and replace them with those that fuel your body, something amazing starts to happen. You begin to feel alive again. You stop dragging through the morning. Your thoughts become sharper. Your joints ache less. You feel lighter, more motivated, and more in control of your day. The simple act of choosing better food gives your body the tools it needs to repair, renew, and recharge. It's not about eating less, it's about eating better. You don't need to starve yourself or survive on bland, boring meals. Real change starts with one small decision. Replace that sugary cereal with steel. Cut oats topped with berries and walnuts. Swap out that muffin or pastry for scrambled eggs with spinach and avocado. These aren't extreme changes. They're simple, practical, and deeply nourishing. They send a message to your body. I care, I'm listening, and I'm here to support you. Every positive swap is like casting a vote for the kind of life you want to live. Do you want more energy in the morning? Make that smoothie with greens and protein instead of pouring a glass of fruit juice. Want to lower your blood pressure and protect your heart? Skip the bacon and toast and try a bowl of quinoa with nuts and fresh fruit. These aren't just breakfast ideas. They are steps toward longevity, clarity, and strength. These decisions, small as they may seem, add up in the long run. Even if you've had the same breakfast habits for decades, it's never too late to change. The body is incredibly adaptable. Within days or weeks of shifting to a more balanced breakfast, many people notice more stable energy levels, better digestion, fewer cravings, and even improved mood. That's because your body wants to heal. It wants to operate at its best. It just needs you to give it the right input. Think of it this way: every morning is a blank canvas. You get to decide what colors to use. You get to decide whether you fill your plate with sugar and stress or with nourishment and strength. That first meal of the day sets a tone that echoes into your afternoon, your evening, and even how you sleep at night. So choose foods that make you feel good, not just in the moment, but in the hours that follow. Your breakfast isn't just about food. It's a form of self-respect. When you wake up and give your body something wholesome, you're saying, I matter, my health matters, my future matters, and that mindset can shift everything. It can change how you carry yourself, how you handle stress, how you engage with the world around you. There is a deep sense of empowerment that comes from taking ownership of your choices. When you understand that what you eat is not dictated by habit, but by conscious decision, you step into a new level of freedom. You are no longer a victim of convenience or marketing. You become an active participant in your own health story. A healthy breakfast is not just about nutrients. It's about intention. It's about starting each day with purpose, with care, with dignity. That plate in front of you is more than food. It's a reflection of how much you value your life, your energy, and your ability to keep moving forward. So when you wake up tomorrow, don't ask, what do I feel like eating? Ask, what does my body need to thrive today? That one question can guide you toward better energy, stronger health, and a greater sense of self. It can turn breakfast from a routine into a ritual of wellness, and that's something worth building your mornings and your life around.